How to do this edit in Capcut.
We work on videos probably 3 to 4 months in advance, but before that,
First, add the raw video in the timeline. To get the assets you need for this tutorial, go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, and then here click All in One Assets. And here you will find video editing tutorial. Just click it and then here click Tutorial 1. Okay, now you can download all the assets you need for this tutorial. Okay, for the next step, add some text in the timeline just like this. Now the font I used here is called DY Starry. I also used some text effect to add some shadow to the text. Okay, next make sure the maximum duration of the text is in the 13th frame of 1 second. Just like this. Now let's add some shining effect on our text. Now copy and paste the Mr. Beast text just like this. And then change the color of the text into white just like this. And then make it as a compound clip. And then move the time ruler to 7th frame of 0 second. And then go to mask and select mirror. Okay, now mask the text just like this. And then add some keyframe. Now move the time ruler to the 27th frame of 0 second. And then move the mask on the screen to create a new keyframe, just like this. Now let's add some animation to the text. Click this text and apply the loop animation called Jiggly. And then set the duration for 1 second, just like this. Okay, now highlight all the text and make it as a compound clip. And then go to Animation and in Animation select Zoom 1. Now let's add some blue background. Drag the blue background in the timeline and then adjust its position on the screen just like this. Now go to Mask and select Horizontal, then mask the blue background just like this. And then go to Video and scroll down to find Blend and set the opacity to 60%. Now, move the time ruler to the 13th frame of 1 second and then split the blue background and then delete the splitted part. Now, let's add the YouTube logo in the timeline just like this. And then adjust its position on the screen like this. And then go to Animation and in Animation select Zoom In. Then adjust its duration to 0.3 second. And move the time ruler to the 13th frame of 1 second and split the logo. And then delete the splitted part. Now let's add the Mr. Beast asset. Okay, now adjust its position in the timeline just like this. And then go to Animation and in Animation select Slide Up. And then adjust its duration to 0.3 second. Now move the time ruler to 29 frame of 0 second. And then add some keyframe. And then move again the time ruler to 22 frame of 1 second. And add some keyframe, then adjust the size and position of Mr. Beast asset just like this. Now go to the 22 frame of 2 seconds and split the Mr. Beast asset and then delete the splitted part. And then make it as a compound clip. Now go to Effects and apply the effect called Play Pendulum. And adjust its setting to your own preference. Okay, now move the time ruler to the 4th frame of 1 second and add the screen record video. And then expand its size on the screen, just like this. Now go to Animation and select Fade In, and adjust its duration to 0.3 second. Okay, now go to Adjustment and then scroll down until you find Vignette and set it to 40 just like this. Now, in the 13th frame of 1 second, add the Mr. Beast logo in the timeline, and adjust its position on the screen just like this. Now go to Animation and in Animation select Slide Right. And then go to the 22 frame of 2 second and split the Mr. Beast logo. And then delete the splitted part. Now make it as a compound clip and then go to the Effects and add Play Pendulum. And then adjust the setting to your own preference. For the next step, add 3 text in the timeline just like this. For the text in Animation, I use Set to the Right and Wobble. Okay, now move the time ruler back to the 4th frame of 1 second. And then drag the black background in the timeline just like this. And then rotate the black background by 90 degrees and expand its size until it fills the screen. And then go to Animation and in Animation select Fade In. And then adjust its duration to 0.3 second. Now go to video and find blend and adjust the opacity to 30%, just like this. Okay, now move again the time ruler to the 22 frame of 2 seconds and then split the black background. And then delete the splitted part. Okay, now highlight all the assets and text just like this. And then make it as a compound clip. Okay, now add 3 texts just like this. For this text, I used a font called DY Starry and I used the same effect just like before. Okay, now move the time ruler to the 22 frame of 2 seconds and add the blue background. And then adjust its position on the screen just like this. Now go to Mask and select Horizontal and adjust the feather just like this. Now go to Blend and adjust the opacity to 60%. Okay, now highlight the text and clips and make it as a compound clip. And then go to Transition and find Glare to and drag it in between clips. Now let's see what it looks like.
We work on videos probably 3 to 4 months in advance, but before that,